Nintendo Switch. Switch you over to microscope. You can see what we're dealing with. It is it's not the worst I've ever seen, but there are 2 pins touching on the end that could be problematic. Alright, so all we can do really is take it apart, pull the port, and then do measurements. We will not know if it caused any collateral damage until we've pulled the port. So that's what we'll do. We'll take it apart, we'll do testing, and go from there. Okay, we've disassembled, and we're going to prep the board for port removal. While I'm turning on the equipment and all that, we will throw this up for you. Probably will not use the Pico pencil unless I have to run jumpers, but it's on there anyway. All right, let's get you focused in. Now let's get started. We'll start like we always do. We will flood it with low melt and go from there. Alright, let's double check and make sure we have no artificial bridges. We do. So let's clear that real quick. That will interfere with our measurements. Alright. Let's connect our meter. And we'll start where we always start, right by M92T36. Red on ground. First we'll start with the P13 USB capacitor. Seems fine. Then we're going to check the signal side, or what we think is the signal side of the rest of these capacitors on M92T36, just to make sure we're not shorted. Okay, everything seems okay. Let's check around our MOSFETs. Okay, everything seems alright. The filter seems okay. Let's check our fuse. Okay. 15-volt rail. Check our big coil. Good. Okay, check around our BQ 24193 and everything seems to be good. We will flip the board over and check around our P13 USB. If you've watched any of my videos, you know I go through the same process every time. We want these to be continuous up and down, not side to side. Okay, find ourselves a ground. Alright, looks like they have gotten lucky. Those can be deceiving, but so far it looks good. So what we will do now is we will clean up the port area. We use low melt, so we want to clean all that off. You do not want to solder with low melt on the board. Okay, let's go over this stuff right here. It is called tip tinner. It's something you don't want to use very often, but when you're having problems like I am right now, with the iron not taking solder like you want it to, the very tip of this iron seems to not be wanting to do so. So that's when you use this stuff. Because it is acidic. And can eventually damage your tips. So I only use it when I absolutely have to and that nothing else is doing the work. Okay, back to work. Okay, the diagram on the right is what I'm going to run through real quick just to be sure everything's connected. I'm not used to having a issue with doing a port, so I want to make sure we're all good before I anchor it down. Alright, I'm not worried about shield. Let's check B4. B4 is there. Probably not going to be able to follow along too well. Okay, B4 is good. B5 is there. Okay, this is a different out. Okay, it's there on this one. Okay, it is connected. B6 is yellow. Zoom, okay, I'm zoomed all the way out. Should be the far one. Okay. And D9 should just be the same as that one. Okay. I have to flip it over gently because we're not anchored down. I don't often use this because I don't feel like I need to, but today I'm having questionable port placement. So, all right, this side B2, second one, first one. All right. Sorry, I'm gonna have to zoom this in a little bit so I can frickin' see. I am not as young as I used to be. Okay, should be the second one on the first one. Okay, I'm getting it as the first one on that one. So, all right, what I'm just going to do is run down the numbers and make sure I'm getting continuity on something because this one has a different layout than this diagram. B3. Okay, there it is. The problem is getting connection on these freaking filters is not fun. B8. Okay. B10. Okay. B10, B11. Okay. B11, A11. Okay. A10. Okay. A8. Where should I be getting A8? And the first one. There it is. A3. Okay. And A2. I'm ready to be done with this. Okay. Everything looks good for the most part. We'll go ahead and anchor it down. Okay, I think we're about ready for a test. Click on the power supply and we will test and see if we're getting normal behavior. What we expect as normal behavior anyway. Okay. I see it do that sometimes. That's more like it. Okay, that's more like it. Okay, we will reassemble enough to test and go from there. Okay, we are ready to perform a test with a known good battery. my test battery. Grab the power supply and see what we see. Well, this battery is going to be full, so. Whoa, why am I getting an empty battery symbol? Oh, I plugged in their battery. That's why. That was smooth. Like, that don't make sense. This thing was full yesterday. Plug in my battery and test. Not their dead one. Try that again. Correctly this time. Okay, full battery symbol. That's expected. Alright. We have touch. Alright, I have no reason to think this isn't going to work. We're going to reassemble entirely, let it charge, and then go from there. And as usual, I forget to test both sides. Alright. We're definitely seeing it on that side. And we're definitely seeing it on that side, and you can see that the power supply is pulling amperage on both sides. Okay, now we'll go reassemble and go from there. Okay, as you can see, we're now fast charging, and we are up and charging the controllers and the main unit. We'll let it charge for a little while longer before we do dock test. We will run it through and make sure the internet and all that are working. The internet. About all else I test in this case. Okay, it is picking up the networks. That's all I want to see. Okay, we'll let it charge for a little bit longer, and then I'll set up the dock, and we'll do a quick dock test. Okay, we're set up for dock test. Real quick, because it's still pretty low on battery. Alright, and as you can see up there in the top left, it is docking. Switch over to capture. Alright, well that's really it. All I had to show you for this repair. Thank you for watching. And if you have any question about the equipment I use in this video, it's all linked down in the description below. Like the video if you liked it. Please subscribe if you like the channel. And we'll see you next time.